She told a 911 dispatcher I was trespassing on my own driveway. On move-in day, while her silver sedan sat sideways like a barricade and 3 neighbors watched me like I was the villain in their HOA newsletter. That's how Riverside Oaks welcomed me. Not with a pie, not with a handshake, with a phone call to the police and a woman in designer sunglasses announcing I didn't belong on land my name was already printed on. It was just after 7 in the morning, that clean, quiet hour where the air still feels unused. Identical mailboxes lined the curb like soldiers at attention. My truck idled, rumbling low, packed with boxes and the kind of optimism you're supposed to have when you start somewhere new. Then I saw the sedan blocking the access road to my house. Karen Mitchell stood in front of it, hands on hips, sunglasses reflecting my own confused face back at me. "You're not moving in," she said, loud enough for the neighbors behind her to hear. I climbed down from the cab slowly. "Excuse me. The HOA controls this access road," she replied, tapping the pavement with the toe of her shoe like she was christening it. "You're not in compliance. No dues paid. No architectural approval. No orientation. You don't move in." I blinked at her. "That's my driveway. This is HOA property," she snapped. "I'm Karen Mitchell, president of Riverside Oaks." One of the men behind her nodded, like she'd just quoted scripture. Now, here's the part she didn't know. 3 feet from my hand, inside my glove compartment, was a brown folder stamped recorded. County seal, deed maps, closing papers, the kind of documentation that doesn't care how loud someone talks. But I didn't grab it yet. Instead, she pulled out her phone with theatrical precision and dialed. I heard the faint beep. "Yes, dispatch," she said crisply. "We have a trespasser attempting to occupy a home without HOA approval. He's refusing to leave HOA property." She gave him my address. My address. I felt that tight, surreal twist in your stomach when someone lies about you with confidence. That's the dangerous part. Not that they're wrong, but that they believe they're right. A cruiser rolled in a few minutes later, lights off. 2 officers stepped out. Karen rushed them like she'd rehearsed. "He's trespassing," she insisted. The older officer looked at my truck, then at the blocked driveway. "Sir, do you live here?" "I own it," I said evenly. "And the access road." That got the younger officer's attention. "You have proof." I walked back to the truck, opened the glove box, and pulled out the folder. When I handed them the recorded deed, the county seal caught the morning light like it had something to say. They read in silence. Karen scoffed. "Fake." The older officer looked at her. "Ma'am, this is recorded with the county. If he owns the property, you can't block his access." "We have authority," she insisted. "We've run this community for 5 years." "Authority isn't ownership," he replied. "Move your car." That word, tow, landed a few seconds later when he said it out loud. Karen's jaw tightened. For a moment, I thought she'd refuse just to prove a point. But eventually she slammed her door and moved the sedan. As I drove into my own driveway for the first time, she leaned in close and whispered, "This isn't over." She was right. The next morning, a bright white violation notice was taped crookedly to my front door. Unauthorized use of access road. I stood there holding it, the quiet of the neighborhood pressing in. Trim lawns, matching mailboxes, the faint smell of coffee drifting from somewhere down the street. It looked peaceful. It wasn't. By noon, there was another notice. By evening, an email threatening a lien against my property for unpaid HOA dues. A lien. That's not a suggestion. That's a legal cloud hanging over your title. It doesn't matter if it's wrong. Once it's filed, you're the one who has to clear it. So I called Marcus Webb, property attorney, calm voice, doesn't waste syllables. "She filed?" he asked when I told him. "She says she will." "Send me everything," he said. "And don't argue emotionally. We respond legally." That word felt like oxygen. But Karen didn't bluff. She filed the lien. I saw it on the county site with my own eyes. My stomach dropped in a way that had nothing to do with pride and everything to do with principle. She was willing to escalate on a lie. Marcus's tone changed when I called him. "Then she just made this simple," he said quietly. "We bring out the original title records." Thursday night, we walked into the HOA meeting at Karen's house. Folding chairs set up like a town hall, polos embroidered with Riverside Oaks across chests. Karen tried to block us at the door. "This is private," she said. "My client owns the access road you filed against," Marcus replied calmly. "He has every right to be here." We walked in. Marcus connected his laptop to Karen's TV. The county site glowed on the screen. He clicked through lot after lot. Each homeowner's deed. None of them mentioned the access road. Then he pulled up mine. County auction. 6 lots. Private access road. Common areas. The room went very quiet. "He owns the road," someone whispered. Karen's face drained, then hardened. "That's a technicality." "No," Marcus said. "That's property law." The lien was withdrawn the following week in mediation. The lawsuit threat disappeared. But here's the twist no one saw coming, including me. Back at Marcus's office, reviewing property files to make sure everything was clean, we opened Lot 3. Karen Mitchell. Occupant. Lease status, month to month. 3 months overdue. I stared at the screen. "She's not a homeowner?" Marcus leaned back. "She's your tenant. The woman who blocked my driveway and claimed my access road had been renting one of my properties the entire time. And she hadn't paid rent in 3 months. Now let me tell you something. Anger burns hot, but clarity burns steady." I didn't yell. I didn't gloat. I serve a 5-day notice to pay or vacate. Her email response came in all caps. Retaliation. The judge didn't care about caps. "Did you report habitability defects?" the judge asked her. "No." "Did you escrow rent?" "No." "Then you have no legal basis to withhold." Judgment for eviction. 10 days. When a sheriff changed the locks, Karen told me I was destroying the community. I didn't answer. Paper had already spoken. You'd think that would be the end. It wasn't. 12 anonymous code complaints in 3 weeks. Overgrown grass. Illegal signage. Unsafe driveway slope. All targeting my properties. Marcus traced the IP logs. Public library. Security footage showed Karen at the terminal, filing complaint after complaint. The restraining order came next. 500 feet from my access road properties. No more filings without evidence. 3 nights later, someone spray-painted liar on my private road sign. Traffic cam caught her car near midnight. Final hearing. Damages awarded. Fees granted. Cease and desist reinforced. And when she still refused to pay the judgment, garnishment order. 25% of her wages until satisfied. Here's the thing I learned through all of it. Power claimed long enough starts to feel real to the person holding it. Karen believed control was ownership. She believed volume was authority. She believed 5 years of acting like something was true made it true. It doesn't. Records matter. Law matters. Quiet documentation beats loud confidence every time. A year later, Riverside Oaks looks different. HOA reports are transparent now. Monthly statements pinned neatly on the clubhouse board. No mistake fees. No management services owned by the president. Kids ride bikes up and down the access road without it being a stage. Sometimes I sit on my porch with coffee, the kind I wanted to drink that first morning, and watch the sunlight hit the asphalt that caused so much noise. Justice isn't dramatic most of the time. It doesn't shout. It doesn't posture. It prints. It files. It signs. And it waits. So here's my question for you. If someone stands in your driveway and says they own what's yours, do you fight loud or do you fight smart? Where's the line between protecting a community and pretending you're entitled to control it? I didn't win because I yelled louder. I won because I had a receipt. If you've ever dealt with false authority, an HOA, a landlord, a board, anyone who thought confidence replaced ownership, tell me, did you push back or did you let go? Because sometimes the quietest weapon in the room is a recorded deed with a county seal on it.